Going on, everybody? It's Dante. Got my man Gabe here.
Yup.
The season finale of.
What's up? I do go by Golden online.
Oh, Golden?
Usually.
Oh, okay, Golden.
Yeah, it's on.
All right.
Yeah. It's not like secret or anything. It's just like easier for people to catch Golden than like remember Gabe. Like a person. There's so many Gabes out there, but how many Goldens do you know? You know.
Gold. Yeah. There's not a lot I know. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So this is gonna be the season finale of season 4. As you guys know, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on what's going on. Usually I take my season finale around September. I kind of ended a little early at the end of September, and I kind of revamped for the holidays. Yeah, we're doing a couple restructuring as far as the podcast itself. I keep everyone posted, maybe some new branding, but I just want to let everybody know, man, like we've been getting this a lot lately. And it's not a bad thing. It's not the worst thing in the world to happen to us. People ask us for dating advice. Now, I don't mind asking, helping people out, helping the community out. But when Max could even speak for me on this one when we first started our podcast, it was just for entertainment. And then they got a little too crazy. I'm just giving you guys a little background on what's happening. It was actually mostly for entertainment. We kind of just laughed about getting ghosted in our dates. We made a joke of most of the situations, but I guess dating is real serious than we thought it was. So people wanted to ask for advice for certain things. I started getting that in like my first and second season. People started asking. People kept asking, like they were really grinding my gears most. I'm gonna let everybody know, man. It really got me. Was when people asked, "Well, you're the expert. You're the dating expert." I'm like, do you guys even listen to my shit? Do you guys even listen to it, man? Like,
this is what I feel like.
Like
my experience.
Well, give me, man. It's like people are like, you're the expert. You're supposed to know everything. What's going on? I'm like, well, hold on. I'm trying to look at my brand and what the whole Why Date podcast is about. No, we never posted that we give advice. I don't mind, but it's like that wasn't my initial vision. I don't think that was a vision for Max Savage when we first started this. So it was like, okay, and then I talked to Max Savage about it. I guess people are asking us for advice.
It's why date, not how date.
Yeah, right. Right? The whole point was, but that was the whole point. And I think I got a little too much into it because I started adding dating coaches on there, relationship gurus, because like that's what people wanted to see. They wanted to see people with advice to help them out. Which, all right, the team was on board. The current or new team, whatever you call it, that happened a little bit later in the 4th season team. We decided to do that. So we asked Ask Me Anything episodes. People started asking us questions, and I was just like, all right. But I don't know if it can backfire. I'm glad it didn't backfire. No one came after us. It's like, you gave her just fucking advice. Now I'm divorced with like 3 kids. You're a fucking ass. Like,
you said be about the streets.
You told me to break up with her. That's why I was worried about the backlash. And like me and Max talked about, I was like, we can get some bad backlash. Someone might really get mad at us. Like, we legit tell people that we're giving advice. That's why I had to have experts on that, because we're not experts, right? And I remember the first season or 2, I had to remind people, yo, just so you guys know, we're not dating advice coaches. We're not, you know what I mean? With all discretion, but people still said that every time. Like, literally everyone's like, oh, you're the expert. I'm like, no, that wasn't the reason. Because I know I get it. There's a lot of podcasts out there, and they do give advice. And I think that's probably why the podcast dating thing became a thing, because people are giving you advice. I personally know. I'm single as fuck. What the fuck am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that was the whole point of me just talking about that. But I think I'm going to reshift that, maybe incorporate that more into the season 5. But letting you guys know that was kind of interesting. And I was like, oh, I guess we're helping. I guess we're doing advice now, right? I was like, all right. I guess maybe some people aren't on board with it, and the team, maybe, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, man, I was I was gonna put that announcement out there, let everyone know.
Okay.
So but like I said, I appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Like Golden, you tuned in. You've been following us for like since what? This is quarantine? Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
It was a great run. I enjoyed it, man. It was fun talking to people, being that expert for a minute, but I was like, all right, I think I need to take a step back. I think it's getting a little out of control. You know,
I'm not at that level.
not at that level. I was like, let me dial it back. I may lose some fans or some listeners, but like the whole point was like the key was to have entertainment behind it. So,
Definitely entertaining.
entertaining. We made dating entertaining because it's such a stressful situation for most people, and people get stressed out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's just make entertainment of it. So I guess it's serious.
Yeah.
People really legit having issues in relationship. So I'm like, oh fuck! Like I had people like commenting on here. Yeah, man, I fuck with this fuck boy, and like da da da. I was like, oh fuck, like, shit, like what's going on? But just letting everybody know, like that's not what we're doing. I am here. What's up, Leland? What's going on? Yeah, we just got. I wanted to put her on too, but I guess she's busy. Which one is Dante?
Dang. I think my thing. No, I don't know if you could see it. So even at the bottom of my, it says Golden. It's gold.
Dang. That's
racy.
Why is Faye up here? Who's Faye?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, Faye from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Yo.
Good to see you. Yeah.
You're such a nerd.
I like old school anime. I don't know much new stuff, but I know the old stuff, man.
She said I had a question. Jatana had a question.
Okay.
All right, but before I go into it, this whole episode is pretty much my face is ugly right now. We're gonna pretty much revisit a couple of topics that were pretty controversial. I think those are the ones I kind of picked out of myself. We also put that on the Y Data Instagram. Since you're here, I was gonna like talk to myself, like, hey, dating. No, but no, you're fine. You're fine. I was just kidding with you. We just messing with you. I know you're just playing.
Comedy show, entertainment.
Yeah. Golden looks better than me, so I'm just, I'm the imp. So one of the controversial episodes I want to bring up is interracial dating. That one. What is a small physical feature that you find sexy on a woman? Small?
Dang.
Okay, we'll answer this question. We'll do that. We'll do that. So try to ask a question. What is a small physical feature that you find sexy on a woman?
Small physical feature. So like, does that mean like something not usually highlighted?
Yeah, like is it small anymore? If it's something big, like breath.
Oh, the way like eyes crinkle sometimes, like that kind of stuff.
Like I like the certain small.
Yeah.
Don't take Asians; they're horrible.
The
girl from the show. Nobody. Yeah, explain small.
Yeah.
I'll answer your question too, Leland. I don't know if that's a legit question. We're just talking shit. But yeah, I mean, to me, I guess it's small, minuscule. I'm actually really like eyes. I don't know what it is. Something about eyes.
Okay.
Eye color, eye shape. I don't know. Like that kind of gets me. Even if it's like doesn't matter. Like most people say Asian eyes are like the same. But I was like, no, they're all different. I think there's certain difference.
Yeah.
I like big wallets.
So when they sit down, if they're like if they're raised off the seat with their wallet, then that's a good sign.
Is that a physical feature though, or is it just like we're talking about something they're born with? I mean, it could be born with a big wallet.
Feature that's on your physical person.
Yeah, physical body, like. What about you?
Can it be so? Can it be like in appearance, like something that they change about their appearance, or does it have to be like something they're born with? Like,
I think it's in general what you see a small feature in.
like I don't know. Like I like dyed hair. I don't know. Does that count? Like, doesn't have to be like full blown. Like, but like tips.
Oh, you're like Max Savage, man. You and Max Savage, man, be liking girls with like green hair, red.
Yeah,
He's like,
I
"Ah,
like different. I like different.
I like big brains.
Brains is good. Like, yeah, because it's like so. Like, can it be like something personality wise?
Big with you? Why is it big with you? why is everything big with you? We talking about small. Oh,
Yeah. Why can't wallets be small, but they like have like like a high limit on their credit card? Like, they don't need cash. Like,
high limit. I got 2,000 limit on my credit card. I got the Diamond Deluxe Black Card. That works too. I mean, hey, big wallet is kind of like you're asking to get your shit stolen.
Yeah.
If you got a big wallet,
be looking for that.
yeah, you're screwed. You're screwed.
Crazy is good. Yes, I like the crazy a little bit.
Yeah, you do.
Mostly because crazy doesn't bother me as much as it bothers other people. Because I don't have that. I don't have the type of temperament that I like blow up on people.
Yeah.
So when somebody blows up on me, like they don't react.
She just mentioned it. I like small temper.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Yeah.
Golden.
Great.
Good.
Nah.
You're
Sorry.
good. Leland's a little crazy.
Nah, Leland, I'm small business.
Well, Leland doesn't. She doesn't have colored hair though.
I know. Too bad.
Oh, man. You know,
Stop.
podcast beautiful. That was my other goal. Is keep people hooked up. I want to get married for my podcast. Like, yo, you're the reason. I was like, oh, that's good. Like, they commented on something. I said something. We met that day.
It just
happened. I'm like, that's beautiful. I had nothing to do with that advice. Y'all just did it on your own. That's the positive feedback I want to get. Someone getting married to. I like to repel men
people.
She said, I like to repel men who like crazy colors.
Well, how would you know unless they told you they like crazy colors? Like, no.
I like Faye. Her hair is not crazy.
Her hair is kind of like purplish or black, whatever. Black. I don't know.
Kind of crazy looking. For those of you guys,
is that why she mentioned crazy? Because I have Faye. Like,
he's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Those of you guys aren't listening video, I know it's video wise, but audio, he's a Cowboy Bebop. It's an anime show. Pretty good one in the 90s. Love that show. There's a character that's back behind him. Character's Faye. She has purple hair. So y'all know. What's up, Kim? So yeah, welcome to, she got the big boobies. She do. So yeah, so going back onto interracial dating. All right, I've dated many women from different races, and yeah, they're different. I realize all women are crazy. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Anime, yes, anime. If you don't like anime, it's a done deal. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I've had those awkward situations where you're like the only black person in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Right, and they're like, I don't know. For me, it's like I dated women who had their first boyfriend was a black guy, and I had women who dated outside my race who dated many black men, so they have a standard of every kind of black person. So it was just like, okay, or what kind of black men are you? You know what I mean? Are you talking?
Yeah.
But when they ask you certain questions, like, oh, you don't eat bones on chicken? Like, you eat bones? Like, hey, like, Kim told me, Kim knows.
You're not getting the marrow? Like,
Kim knows. He has that same guy that question. And then you don't eat watermelon? You don't, like, you know, certain things that may trigger the norm. Like, I'm like, oh, gosh, right? So, I mean, I had a lot of experiences with them. It's good to kind of see different cultures. I would say, like, I did a lot of white women, yeah.
See, for me, like, I have, like, the opposite problem.
This is true. All women.
I dated I dated outside of my own race. So like that's mostly what I've dated, and it's not like I did it on purpose. It's just like the kind of people I met. Like it's not like, oh, I'm like turn off, like I don't like go through the filter of like Tinder or whatever and say no black women or not. Like I don't do any of that. Like
How dare you? Yeah. How dare you?
even I know, right? Like I don't do it at all. I even like swipe on people that I find interesting, but if they don't like match up with me and like you don't like start talking, I don't know. Which race is the most insane?
Man, which race is the most insane? We got a question.
That we dated?
Ooh, that's a tough.
I guess you could go. I was gonna say like that I dated Filipino.
You know what, man? She just asked a question. Are the Filipinos the black people of Asia? I thought they were Hispanic. I thought they were Mexicans of black. I thought they were the Mexicans of like Asia.
Yeah, of Asia though. Oh, Mexicans. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I would say Cambodians are like pretty hardcore, man. Cambodians are up there. Whoever Cambodia, I'm sorry I offended you, but like that's what everyone says Cambodians are.
Yeah.
I get mad at like, because like I think more of like Filipinos is more closely to Hispanic culture. You know, Spain conquered Philippines. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah.
Some of them have the same middle names. Which race / ethnicity had the most difficult families to get to know? Oh,
I can answer that like hands down. Asian for me.
Asian? What kind of, we gotta be specific.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Mainly because like I was not allowed to like know them because like no, they're gonna like talk hella shit. So I was like technically never introduced. We dated for like maybe like a year, 2 years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one, man. Because I feel like for black men, I'm not specifically saying for every race. Like I feel like for my challenge, black men have this certain stigma. Mm-hmm. So they have this ideal of you, and it's just like, oh, it's black. Like, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, is he an athlete, entertainer? Like, what does he do for money? Like, you know, it's such a hard thing, especially Asians are so overly critical on money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just like.
Yeah. I was definitely not there at the time.
Right? If you're not rich, every non-Chinese is not okay.
Hey, wow.
But like, I mean, I don't know, man. That's a tough one, man, because I feel like I think maybe white women are maybe a little bit more difficult for me.
For you? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's I think for my challenge, I mean, growing up in a white neighborhood, I feel like that was a bigger challenge overcoming. Other races, like it's annoying, but I feel like that one was a little bit more difficult. Yeah.
And it was never like the opposite problem of like introducing like them to my family because my family's like totally like whatever. But it was just the opposite way.
Yeah. But it's just so hard because I've dated many Filipino women. That was a challenge. One challenge specifically is where I stand in certain situations where I go to the family event and then like the girl cousins, usually the first ones to interact with me, right? And then they go, oh, so-and-so's with a black dude, okay, big dick. That's what they think, right? And it's like, right? And some of them are like freaky, like, I'm like, well, like, you might not want to say that in front of me, but they jokingly say it, but I just like, oh, okay, that was kind of out of place. Yeah. But like, and it's the thing that I get to a lot, like, oh yeah, you drink, you smoke, right?
What?
You drink, see?
Did I see that?
Man, like, are you trying to even get a green card? I know why I love black guys. They do. I mean, a lot of people like that. Yeah, I'm gonna text this real quick. Okay, drink your beer. You're 8:05. Disrespectful ass fucking beer.
I'm switching in between.
Yeah, I'm not. It's like okay. She says, "Why can't you be happy with a good stereotype that benefits you?" Yes, that's fine.
Stereotype.
Like,
what if I wasn't in that stereotype and then they like come missing? Yes, I play basketball. Yes, I drink.
Yeah, it's like yes, I'm tall. I get it.
I'm very good at basketball. Okay, but that's not the point.
That's the point. I'm supposed to tell you that, not you.
To find out, like, oh snap, you're good at basketball. Like,
do you like basketball or do you? You know, it's just like they're trying to figure it out. We're kind of like man, talking.
Like, that's a very specific.
Right? You know,
thing you came up with.
At least in black families, if they don't like your ass, they don't like you because of your personality.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, this motherfucker's an asshole. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
if that was the thing, yeah.
By the grandmas or the moms,
yeah,
different of another race, they might not like your ass in the beginning.
Yeah. Or they might like you when they don't know that you're dating. Like, I'm cool with being a friend.
You have experience with that because you told me that you were with a girl for a year. You told them that you guys were.
Yeah.
But she like Asian, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Asian's a little hard too, man, because they. Yeah.
I was helping them move and to the movies all the time. They didn't know.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, if you graduate from Harvard, okay. You know, I mean, I met a Asian girl and she graduated from a Ivy League school. Cornell? Is that Ivy League?
Okay.
Yeah, Ivy League, right? So she went, or no, MIT. She went to MIT. And she said, I'm like, dude, that's so dope. Like, you went to MIT. Yeah. That's one of the top schools in the nation, right? Like, if you're going there, you're for sure a doctor. Fucking, like, you know what I mean? You're sought out. Scientist.
You don't go there for, like, packaging or, like...
You know, right? If I can get, like, if I'm just a janitor working there, I might have, you know what I mean? Like, give me a janitor job. I'll be good, you know? And she's like, yeah, it's okay. It's whatever. I was like, Like, I feel like people who go to those schools aren't really...
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I knew a girl who she didn't mention that she was, like... She didn't like to mention that she went to MIT for, like... She went, like, for, like, computer science or something like that. And she wouldn't mention it because she's, like... People get funny about, like... oh, man, you must be this and all this kind of stuff. It's, like... That goes into that good stereotype thing. Like, yeah, technically be a good stereotype for your school, but like people start treating you differently.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're a smart person. You're one of these.
I got these problems with my computer. You think you can Leland was talking about a few like episodes ago. She doesn't like to mention she's a comedian because then people would be like, oh yeah, say something funny person.
That sucks. That's like being a dancer. You're a dancer. Go dance with us right now.
Oh, like, yes. I got a beat on. Let me put on a beat.
Put on a beat right now. Oh, dude, bro. That's what. Dude. That's what I be getting from some Asians, man. They be like, hey, go dance. You're a dancer, right? Like, go fucking dance. He fit into the stereotype, right? Like, oh, fuck you, man. Not? Okay, so I said that wrong. MIT is not an Ivy League school. It can just kind of. Yeah.
It's not. It's just a high. It's just a good school. Like
it's a good school. I mean, if your girl's too hired, you're handsome. That's my joke.
Oh.
Damn. Oh. No, that was a joke she said when someone asked her.
Yeah. I got it. Like
okay, all right. You don't talk about us.
She can test people with their temper. Like what? They can't take a joke.
We're good. Really, what is it considered? Yeah, I'm curious what MIT's considered. Okay, so interracial dating is pretty interesting. Have you dated a certain? Dated them all? Have you dated all the races yet?
No.
Not all, but like a good percentage of like, okay, Hispanic. You know what I mean? Like Asian.
No. Pacific
Islander, You know what I
So
mean?
Pacific Islander different than? Are we counting Pacific Islander different than Asian, or like?
I mean,
do you have to ask the person?
I mean,
what do you count? If we're counting that, 3.
Pacific Islander.
Oh, that's fine. I haven't dated that. Well, okay, I went on a date and it went terrible. With she was Latina.
Oh, what kind
Didn't
of
go well. Oh,
what Latino we're talking about?
she was Mexican.
Dorian. Okay, Mexican. Okay, Mexican's actually pretty chill compared
Not
to
this
like a Salvadorian and like.
okay, but
I mean, I did those. Man.
in my experience,
You definitely should consider PI different than Asian. Yeah,
really?
I do. I got
But
educated in that.
I do usually, but like sometimes I get people like, oh no, I don't care. But other people's like, no, I'm Pacific Islander. Like that's why sometimes it gets hard.
Yeah, I did a whole like Polynesians, like they kind of Pacific Islanders too. That was a little different too. Yeah, shit, damn. I need to chop these streets, man. Damn, shit. One race I haven't dated. No, I'm just kidding. I remember I was talking to Middle Eastern. That was pretty cool. That was interesting.
Middle Eastern? Yeah. I've been out there.
Yeah.
I like talk to people, but I'm like, it's not considered dating.
Just
cool.
talking to? Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was a stage of like getting to know the person.
Oh, you're Middle Eastern? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I dated a Middle Eastern person.
That's all I need to know.
Right.
So hold on. Let me look up some stuff here. Hold on. I kind of took you out. Hold on. Let me get this.
Oh, it's all good.
Let me put this back up real quick. Let me put this on. Okay. All right. So another episode I wanted to talk about. We talk about interracial dating. If you based a race you would date in the future off the food you want to try, what would it be? God damn it, Kim. Come on. You don't hit me with that? I'm going to say I have to say Filipino food. Like, this literally legitimately, like, it's the sweet version of it. The sweet. And I really like sweet food. She had to say with that. What about you, Golden? It's a good question.
Like, race-wise, I mean, food that I've, like, never tried, but just sounds interesting is, like, ethnicity, technically, but, like, Pakistani food, like,
Okay.
I'd be interested.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Interesting.
Would ask that question.
I've only been in the middle. I've been in the Middle East, but I haven't been to Pakistan.
Yeah. I mean, can we say like, okay, is it safe to say like culture food? Because race is like
food. Yeah, that's why I was like.
Yeah, black is like. You mean like you can't say African food? Like it's different from like.
Yeah.
Like American.
You want Ethiopian food? Like, or you want like
totally different shit? Like we can say
culture.
Food,
like,
yeah, culture, because
culture food.
Black culture is like in America's.
So, yeah. I met like Africans from like I've never been to Africa, but I met Africans in other places, and like I have nothing in common with you. Like,
dude, it's a whole different game, bro.
Yeah.
Africa's just a continent. Like we're not even adding on the countries in Africa are different.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
Don't know what I'm asking. Answer how you want. Yeah, I know what you're asking.
Being picky on purpose.
She like that. She likes tension. Another episode I wanted to bring up was the sex talk. We had 2 episodes on sex. Okay. And it was interesting. Very interesting. It seems that people have certain fetishes, certain fantasies that are a little different than most. Not gonna say who. Some people had some interesting fantasies.
Yeah.
Some people want to be gangbanged and cream pied. Other people want to be that they're getting raped. Some people, I don't know. Okay. Not speaking on that one. But you can go ahead and say something on the game because that was the most talked about. I did like a whole vote situation.
I think I'm on the lines of I think I was talking Aunt Shirley was talking about how like she didn't really have like fantasy like
her fantasies like, very fast.
Yeah.
That's endless possibilities.
Like I mean there's nothing like super that interests me, like that kind of stuff. Like like if I had to pick something, like
okay, we could be specific on this one now.
Yeah.
The base, race, ethnicity that gave the best sex for you.
Base, race, ethnicity that I've had the best sex?
Yeah, with. Just talk about interracial.
I'm just gonna say white.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah.
White women a little, yeah. They get.
I think especially like when I think it's also like who they're with. They like kind of like open up more.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And it'll be like, yeah. Things they're not afraid to do, like on a normal.
Oh yeah, you want to ask? Yeah, it's fine. Like, oh, whoa, I didn't even ask.
I didn't ask.
I didn't even ask. You already did it. Is that what you said? You might ask? Oh, yeah, sure. All right.
I just texted you, I'm here, can I come inside? I'm like, I'm
through
the door.
Oh, you want to come inside? Like, come inside? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, definitely, white women definitely did the most. I think white and black are, like, definitely, like, super open. Like, do some crazy shit. They might have to wait a while for certain Asians, like, oh, you know, I'm a little
just
too strong. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wait. You know what I mean?
Maybe not the first time, but the second time.
We'll build up. Oh man, but that's interesting. I think the most for me, man, yeah, probably. Yeah. I think black women were a little bit more open for me. As a crazy shit. I mean, the last part, I don't think that works. White women.
I feel like a heavy no for me. Like I'm like, nah.
I was like, no. All right. Well, I tried. I asked. I saw a porno recently. Excuse the fuck out of me. Shit. Fuck. Thought I asked. I forgot what I was talking to. Who I was talking to. She made me forget. She made me remember who I was talking to. Oh, yeah.
Right. Oh, right.
You're not. Forgot. But that was an interesting topic. I think I had some post notes of that. I don't know. I know I had some post notes of some of these episodes that I want to talk about. The interracial one was pretty key because I remember one of the guys, the light-skinned brothers we had on here, and they specifically said, and it triggered Aunt Cherry like no other, and she was like, "The fuck," right? They literally said like, "Yo, like I don't date girls that are dark girls." Like straight up, like they had like they broke it down to why they don't date like dark and black women, like, specifically on like white women. Like no, like I was like, wait a minute.
That's when people like start assigning stereotypes to like yeah, I don't date like darker than this because they always got attitude. I was like, what?
Damn.
What's that got to do with like what you?
Like that had nothing to do with it, man. That's you, man. What the fuck?
Just sounds like you're a little sensitive to people who can like be blunt with you.
What was your fantasy, man? Like what's like?
I guess there's a fantasy like I don't know, probably having sex in like a room full of mirrors. Man, that sounds like super narcissistic and shit, but
okay.
I don't know. Just to have that like perspective view from everywhere of like what's going on, like I don't know. I think that, yeah. that might be like super vanilla for some people. Like that's a fantasy. Nah, that's
Like mirrors, like one person. How many mirrors we talking
one
about?
mirror, like
Detailed.
everywhere, like a room full of like mirrors.
You gotta be
Not the
detailed.
bed, like
What's
of course.
happening? What's happening with these mirrors, man? You gotta give us some like details, man. Like,
They're not like clown mirrors, okay? They're like,
okay. You're looking at them as you're doing it. Like, what are you?
looking
What's
at
happening?
like yeah, like seeing myself and the person in the other mirrors. Like
Okay.
because I've done it with like in a room where it's like there were two mirrors. Well, one was sort of a mirror. It was like it was one of those like sliding glass doors, but it was like you could see your reflection in it enough, and then there's a mirror on the other side. Like it's two mirrors, but what about like a room without a mirror above, like on the other walls? Like I'm like
That's some crazy shit, man. I remember one person actually when I was having sex, it was she wanted me to do it from behind while I'm looking at the mirror, and she wanted to look at the mirror too. And I thought that was kind of weird because it was like a very weird thing to ask during sex. I was like, wait a minute, are we that mirror, right?
well, like I had that, but it was like it was getting kind of confusing to be honest, because it was like we're like this is gonna be kind of freakier, but we're like upside down.
Upside down?
We're looking upside down towards the mirror.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so like, trying to look at that, I was like, this is kind of weird, but okay.
Like
sure.
it kind of like throws you off because they asked for that. Like during sex, you're like, oh yeah, this is what I would like to have happen.
Yeah.
Oh, now like okay.
I think that's when the fantasy started. That might be when the fantasy started. It was like, oh, man, this is a new angle. What if there are other angles?
So with each encounter, you're like, I need more mirrors. I need more.
Maybe that was it.
16 mirrors next time.
Wait.
I didn't like 15. Add another mirror and we should be good.
We can't fit anymore. Damn it. Don't question me.
Don't question my mirrors in this goddamn house, okay? This house is going to look like a fun house when you get up out of here. That's what it needs to look like.
Oh, so you want the fun mirrors? No.
No.
I
Like your
want
friends
to be
come over, like, why is there so many mirrors in this house? Would you like to look at yourself in the mirror? Like, what's the problem? what's the wrong? Like, we just like mirrors.
She has
Don't
to
break
mirror.
any. Don't break any. Shit.
Most expensive house in the world.
Glass mirrors.
Someone just leaning on the side of it. My man, that's a handprint.
Handprint mirror from Switzerland. God damn it. I guess another episode we talked about was I guess we talked about astrology. Yeah, it was interesting. Didn't know how I felt about it.
Yeah. I used to.
Libra season, apparently. I guess is Libra season.
Yep.
I know what that means.
The Libras are out in.
I guess so. Like they're out and about. Like
they have woken from their like 10, 11-month hibernation.
Yeah, you know, like how does that work? Are they like animals? Fucking out? I don't even know what the Libra sign looks like.
Libra.
I know the crab.
It's the balancing. It's got the balancing. Like
the balance. Okay.
Yeah, scale. Yeah.
They ran out of ideas. Like, you know what? Let's just balance scale.
Right?
They don't know. Yeah. They're trying to find balance in life. Actually, you know what, man? It's actually Nintendo's birthday today. Nintendo was founded.
Oh shit! Reminds you. Do you watch the series High Score on Netflix?
No, I didn't yet. I didn't.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah. Nintendo's kind of crazy. But, I mean, I'm a Cancer. I know that. I used to learn a lot about it. Yeah, Cancer.
What was the most craziest sign you actually experienced? Like, dated for?
I gotta remember the signs. What was there? Let's see, like late. Which one's Taurus?
The bull.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or bullshit. No, I'm just kidding.
It was this person. Super like. There's a long distance relationship, and like she thought like every like first she's like she's really nice and like he got along. Sometimes out of nowhere she's like, "Are you cheating?" Like, it's like show me your room. Like, put your camera around the room. You know, another girl in there. Like,
Oh shit.
oh, you just came out of nowhere.
Or she's like a. See, now we gotta get it mixed up now. Okay, there's the sun, and then there's the rising, and then there's.
Oh yeah.
Right?
You could be on. You could be a cusp like.
Yeah. So
moon rising.
Rising. She might be a rising Scorpio.
Yeah. I don't know.
Rising Scorpio.
I didn't ask. You know, like so. I guess I'm more into tracking my personality type than like my like the Myers-Briggs personality. Like I know mine for sure. Like, ENFP. It's the 16 personality types. Like
what'd you call it?
I think that's what. Yeah, it's like it's a test you take, and you can find out your personality and like who you are because you have to answer a list of questions. So it feels more accurate, like when you're talking to somebody and they tell you who they are, and like you think about all the things that you like went through with this person. Like you know that makes sense.
Kim said EINFJ. What up?
ENFJ. Okay.
Okay, I don't know what that means. I know she's a Taurus, so.
I switch between because my extrovert and introvert side like kind of switch. So I go from ENFP to INFP. She'll know what I'm talking about. But so every like 6 months I'll take the test just to see what I am. Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I feel like in dating, man, when you look at that, when people post that, it's just like, oh, this is like, it's almost honestly asking like for love, like signs. Love,
yeah, I don't post it though, like, because if you post it, people, it's the same thing with the signs. Like people start to judge you before they even met you. Like, that ENFP, of course.
Oh, typical.
Picture with a monkey, typical.
What's your rising sign? What's your rising sign?
You didn't talk to me yet. Like, so maybe like after I get to know them, I'm like, oh, I'm this sign, and be like, oh, that makes sense. Like, really, I didn't see you that way. That kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. It seems more like accurate.
You think I am an SISTP? I took it. I actually took it. I don't remember what I am though.
Here's the other thing. You can always ask somebody what, like, because they give like there's a character name towards it. Yeah. So when I think ENFP is the entertainer.
Yeah. I think I'm ENFP. T.
Yeah, like so.
The T after. I don't know.
There's a T in there.
Yeah, it's another letter.
Yeah. Like I was always like, and then I sometimes was the mediator. I don't know, like person who would always try to like make peace, or yeah. So you can, yeah. Always trying to make peace.
I always try to make peace.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't even know. I don't know all the. It's just too much to analyze. And like dating, I'll get like at that point where I'm just like, oh yeah, you're an ENFP, rising Virgo, Sun Taurus, like
knew it, yeah.
Moon, Libra. Yeah. It's just like, oh shit, like you know all of them, like you know what I mean? Like that's too much for me to study on. I give it to people when they ask. I'm like, oh, this is what I am. Like figure it out. Maybe where I stand in your life. Like
actually. So my friend just made it's about dating. So this is on topic, I swear. My friend just made a video, like whole shot through like Zoom and like kind of in their own apartment. A video about like dating, like like they really like signs, but they don't want to mention signs at all to this person because they're gonna like hate me and think I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
And they go through all like the real stresses that I know some of my friends are like that. Would totally do that. Maybe later I'll post a link in the live stream of the video. But I know a lot of people, if they're into that kind of stuff, it's a pretty funny short video. Like
is it
10 minutes?
I might consider it for sure. Send it. Yeah, let me know. Put that on there. Oh shit! I just dropped my speaker. Okay, so other episode I want to bring up too is Committophobia.
Committophobia.
Yeah, it was an episode I didn't like, of course. If they didn't do a commitment, no, I'm just kidding. I did it. I'm actually not that bad. People say I'm not committed, but I really am. I'm committed. You getting this money? No, I'm just kidding. About this game? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it was talking about. I guess it ended up being what's it called? What's I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. It was a get together, a meeting about.
Ticket.
And I was like, oh, how did this turn into me being committed? Like, I don't have that issue. Now, did you ever have in your situation commitment? Like, was that ever an issue for you, or did you date someone who actually had issues with commitment?
Was it I was not committed, or they just like weren't like they didn't want to commit to?
Yeah, and what was the reasons? I always think that could be a phobia of yours, being committed.
Yeah. I definitely say, actually.
Intervention. Intervention.
Yeah. I just put it, by the way, in the live stream in the.
Okay. All right, on.
To it. It's called, and if you want to look it up on YouTube, it's called the H word. Yeah. Horoscope.
Or
the H word.
Hey, I still don't believe in horoscopes. It's fine.
Yeah. You might like it. Okay. You might like it.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I'd say like there's a lot of relationships I've been in where they're like too committed because like, whoa, like I don't know, like some people are like, oh, what, how long is it before you like let the other person like sleep over for the night, or like, like I'm so like okay with it and comfortable with it that for me it's fine, but they're like, whoa, we're moving too fast, like you just slept over here, like
you moved
but I'm not that type of person. So I think I'm like actually in most of my relationships there's been a commitment problem of like, or not commitment, but like just I guess agreeing on speed of the relationship. And like, I mean, I don't want, personally, I don't never want to get married, and neither have the people that I've like dated.
Yeah.
But commitment issue, I just don't want to get married. It's not.
You don't want to get married.
Person. Yeah. I could stay with somebody forever, but I don't want to go through the legal process of getting married to somebody. That's just
crazy.
Not. That's just not. And most of the people that I've dated, I was like, I'm like, that's me too. I'm like, okay, cool. It's not a problem, right?
That's crazy. I mean, I guess it's not crazy because I see a lot of millennials typically go that route now.
Yeah.
That we just don't want to, you know what I mean? Put a name or put a title, put things that.
Well, yeah. If somebody's like, hey, let's get married, I'm like, sure, yeah. Like,
yeah.
I was going to be with you anyway. Like, that doesn't matter to me.
It won't be your idea. It won't be your. It won't
be my idea. I'm not, sorry, ladies, I'm not going to come up with a surprise, like.
Propose.
Yeah. That's just like, that's a lot of work itself. Everybody's trying to do this difficult, like, hide, like, ring in the forest that we're walking through. It's like, oh, what's that? Like, it's not like so much work. Everybody's raising the bar every year. I hear crazy stories.
You know, man.
I'm creative, but
you know what is crazy about the whole engagement thing, right? So you know, there's like three parts. Like there's like two parts of a ring, right? There's engagement ring, and then there's the actual wedding band.
Right. Yeah.
The engagement ring is the one with the diamond, right? You can wear that, but you're actually supposed to wear the band. The band, it goes a two-part thing. I didn't know that. Yeah, so like eventually they made that ideal for women to be open to the diamond ring and then proposing to them, but it was just, it actually comes in a band. You actually give them a band at the wedding. So I didn't know, and you can put it together, I guess.
It's like a lure you in, like that.
You could. It's like a two-part like thing, so you can connect it together, engaging ring to the band. Some rings out that way. Kim said, "I'm trying to get this tax break. I'll get married. Just make sure there's a prenup." like Kim, Kim's like a dude, man. She's like one of the
Will
fellas.
you marry me and sign this?
Like she one of the fellas, man. She she can say stuff that's like so similar to what I would say sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah,
Fool me once.
I ain't falling for that shit. I ain't doing that again. Not again. But yeah, man, it's just crazy because like I remember my one of my brothers, he was so anti-marriage, and I forgot when I asked him about why he got married, he did bring up tax break. I think he did bring up financially. That makes sense. Since they have a daughter, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But like it was just crazy because he was so anti the whole like traditional getting married in the church, having a, you know what I mean? He was so like against that because my oldest brother did that. So it was like, okay, I'm not doing that same shit. And he's very like very free-minded about it. And that's why I like a little my brothers are so opposite sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the middle like, oh, well, I think I want that, right?
I mean, it's like, you know, like in the beginning of like this whole pandemic, people were getting like married in Animal Crossing.
People get married on
wedding,
live stream.
a video game. They're like, yeah.
I see people get married all the time. I'm like, I'm if I see another engagement proposal video on Instagram, I'm actually no.
They're happy. I'm glad they're happy.
I seen it happen a lot in my 20s. Now I'm like my 30s is like, oh fuck, like I'm so sick and tired of my wife. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But like I seen that like literally from like I think from 22 to 28. It was like a video every freaking like month. It was someone getting married, someone having kids. It was like that same standard. Like it all happened in that order. I was like, I remember when they first dated. That was so weird, right? And I remember that. I was there. But it's just like, oh, okay, well, they're bound to be together at some point. But now it's just so crazy now, and it's just I think they do this whole wedding ceremony for the family, and literally you just sign a piece of paper and that's it. Like you mean like if you go to court, happened to my parents. They went to court. My dad did it on his lunch break. Son of a bitch. The motherfucker did this on his lunch break. He went to the courthouse. Was late. My mom was sitting there on her lunch break. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. I didn't know you know what I mean? So when I figure out, I'm like, oh shit. Okay, so you just signed a piece of paper to call it a day. Like, I told mom, should we do a ceremony? Should we do a party? Or she's like, no.
And the whole like even like getting married, like I got like family in the military, like they're like all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't, and it's like, you know, brothers and sisters, like I wouldn't want them to miss the wedding, like it was like something big and it's like serving the country and like I'm not that just seems like an asshole thing for me to ask. Is like, hey, can you just try to find some time to like get back over here for like a day or something? Wow.
Yeah, they got other shit to do, especially if you, I mean, it's more memorable, I guess, if you're like the last child to get married, and they're like, all right, first for last. Anyone in between, they're like, whatever, y'all motherfuckers always get married all the time. But it really matters.
I'll just come to the next one.
I'll go to the next one. Who's left? Who's left in the family? The youngest? All right, I'll go to that one. The last one, right? What other episode did I want to talk about too? Let's see. I had another one. Trust versus loyalty is kind of the same thing. Yeah. I mean, through all those episodes, I can ask you, because you're a listener, right? What was the one episode that really you enjoyed from the whole season?
That I enjoyed from.
And you guys can also comment as well. You guys mentioned something. Before we ended.
Just episode or like post episode 2?
Oh shit, the post episode. Hey, we don't talk about the post episode. You gotta be Patreon for that.
All right. No, because I think. All right. Yeah. All right. Shoot. Now I'm like rethinking all the episodes.
There's a lot. I did a lot this season. This is the most I've ever done.
Yeah. Were you usually like bi-weekly? Because I was like, sometimes you had like bi-weekly ones. I was like, yeah.
No, because what stressed me out the most of this whole process, I literally had to do 2 episodes a week, and that was like hard to edit. I had to do all this other shit. The Ask Me Anything, the Ask the Men Anything episode, that went into mental health disabilities. That was a good one. I should have brought that one, but I don't have it.
Yeah. I think it was both. So if I were to like say like 2 episodes, because they were basically the same, just different casts.
Yeah.
It was like when you asked the women anything, and you asked the men anything.
Yeah.
And I liked seeing the perspectives. Like, you don't always get like a chance like on a platform to ask. It's not like life coaches. It's not like you know, sex coaches and anything like that. You're asking like basically like regular people what, like, all these questions that you got to ask them.
Yeah.
And you get to hear the answers. It's like from real people and not just someone who's like studied this for their life, you know?
I have research and I have background information. They write it all down. We just don't.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good feedback, man. Definitely, I want to incorporate that in my next season, man. Something that involves. I guess I'll do one episode where 1 episode a month of asking. I guess that helps too. You know, so you guys know, if you guys just tuning in, all right, I'm changing things around, all right. I'm not, you know, we enjoy giving advice, but I think mostly specifically, it's more entertaining to talk about dating and giving advice. But we're only asking questions of normal people who aren't experts, right? So that was a beautiful thing about it. Right? I mean, I had dating coach on there and I asked questions. I always have an episode like that back this season. But this one I kind of chilled off. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll do it sometime. But yeah, it was good. I mean, I'll, let you guys know. I know this is going to be ending soon, but season 5, at some point, I'll probably do it during the holidays at some point. I don't know how the cast is going to look like that season, but hopefully I'll try to get something together for you guys. Maybe one day I'll, she said, enjoy when you guys did the buzzwords with the hot seat. We'll do that again. The buzzwords are funny.
It's good, people. Those lists were too long, though. I agree. That's like starting to get like 6 words. Like
I was like 2 words. Like, 2 words.
Like one time, I think you had loyalty and commitment. That's buzzwords. I was like, that's like basically like the same thing. Like, you're trying to catch people.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I know the whole week is gonna suck for you guys. I know but it's good. I think this is good that I usually do it during September, October, time. Especially baseball, football. I got things. I know. I'm saying. But I'm watching the baseball right now.
Plan episodes.
Right. Shit. I'm a normal person too now, but like I'll let you guys know when I'll do it on a date, and then we'll try to work from there. I'll probably start off with a nice season premiere, maybe new music, new logo, that shit. But thanks, man, for being a big supporter. Golden, man, cool. Tim, love you. Generally, you guys have been awesome. Leland, I appreciate you guys all coming onto this platform and talking about dating, And even if you guys are trolling, it's even more fun to see people troll. But it's been a pleasure working with all you guys and doing episodes with you guys. And man, I'm looking forward to the next season.
I know someone who does really good intro videos. So if you want some like intro with like some music,
oh shit,
this is a really good job. If you want to like put that in there, like there's a time when the intro is playing that you guys can be like, all right, let's like hash out what we're gonna do. Like,
No, I will. I'll let you know. I'll definitely hit you up about it because I need new intro music. I change it every season. So for sure, I will do that. But other than that, thank you guys for all of it. Yeah, man, it's been awesome. Thanks for rocking with us during quarantine. I know you guys entertained through the quarantine, but now we're back to real reality now. So I'll keep it to a minimum. Hopefully one day we can do this live in person. So yeah. But all right, Gabe. Golden, I'll text you and hit you up. All right.
Sure.
Actually, no. Are you staying on? Yeah, I'll stay on for a little bit.
All right.
I'll end the episode here today, but I appreciate you guys coming on and see you guys next season.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.